Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome to a new playthrough on the channel. As you can see by the setup, we're going to do another round of baseball testing as we continue testing Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Just like it sounds, baseball simulator. Normally Saturday morning is when I'd be starting Mystical Munchies, but because this week is entree and it's going to be dinner, Mystical Munchies is going to be an afternoon upload. So as such, in the tradition of entree week on Mystical Munchies, we're going to do a game stream in the morning instead. As you can see, we're set up for another baseball game, and today we're back to 2013, as we're playing a game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the San Francisco Giants. We are at Oracle Park today, and the park won't come into play in the Strat game that we're playing today. So, if we're all set, we will get right into this game. I'll be tabbing back and forth between Digital Diamond and OBS, where I'll be keeping an eye on chat, but I'll probably be stopping in to check in with chat every half inning. So, if we're all set, let's get right into it. Starting pitcher for the San Francisco Giants is Madison Bumgarner. 13-9 with a 2.77 ERA and 31 starts in 2013. 201 innings pitched, 146 hits, 62 walks, 199 strikeouts, and 15 homers allowed in 2013. While the Giants get loose in the infield, and I've actually got to make one change on the Giants lineup from the historical lineups. There we go. We'll see that when we get over to the Giants starting lineup, assuming I don't have to call his name before then, but let's go ahead and meet up with the Phillies starting lineup. Leading off today, once it decides to focus, we've got Jimmy Rollins at shortstop, Chase Utley is at second base, Michael Young is at third base, Ryan Howard is at first base, Delmon Young is in right field, Dominic Brown is in left field, John Mayberry is in center field, Eric Kratz is catching, and the starting pitcher who we'll come back to is Cliff Lee. So we'll reset everything there. And that's the lineup that Bumgarner is going to be charged with keeping in check today. Leading off the top of the first, leading off the game, we've got Jimmy Rollins. Jimmy Rollins looking at his stat card, 252 average, 6 homers, 39 RBI in 2013. We are going to be using orange, white, and black dice. Giants are the home team. Stop in and check in with chat real quick. All quiet there. So, the fans here at Oracle Park are waiting for the first pitch. So what say we give it to them? Bumgarner will get the sign from Posey, and here's the pitch. It's going to be a 5-9. Rollins is a switch right. So 5-9 is going to come off of Bumgarner's card against a right-handed batter. 9, 1-4, it would be an N home run, except Rollins is a W, so he's got weak power, which means that's going to be a base hit, and Rollins will lead off the game with a single. Infield will move, Infield will move to double play depth. And here's Chase Utley. Chase Utley had 284 average with 18 homers and 69 RBI in 2013. First, we'll do the equivalent of the strategy roll here to see if there's anything going on the base paths. Nothing happening on the 16. Bumgarner will get the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-5. Utley against the left-handed pitcher. Fly ball into right field, B question mark. That's a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Pence. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. We'll let Digital Diamond catch up. 1 away in the inning, and here's Michael Young. 279 average, 8 homers, 46 RBI in 2013. Strategy, and nothing happening, just barely on the 3. Bumgarner will look into Posey for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-6, which will be Bumgarner against a right-handed batter. 5-6 is going to be a fly ball into right field. I got to remember what the B means on that one. I believe B is runner's hold. Runner on second base. Okay, so yeah. That's going to be another fly ball into center, let me just double check, but I believe that was another fly into right. Yes, that was another fly into right field. Getting under that one once again is going to be Pence. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And here's Ryan Howard. 266 average, 11 homers, 43 RBI in 2013. See if there's anything going on the base paths. The 18 says no. Bumgarner will look into Posey for the sign. 2 outs in the inning. Helps if I pay attention to that as well. Bumgarner will set, looking over to Rollins. Rollins could try to get the jump here, but he's being held. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-4, or 6-8, I should say, coming off of left-handed batter. 1-5 would be a single. That's a 4. And I believe with the star on the result, runner advances an extra base. Let me just double-check that. It's been a while since I played Strat, so bear with me on that. Seems like that's going to be a basic rule. I believe with the star, there's an extra base advancement. No, I think yes. So it looks like with the star, single automatic 1 base advance. Okay. So that's going to be a base hit. Which I believe should mean Rollins ends up at second. Yep, with 2 outs in the inning. So Howard reaches to extend the inning, and here's Delmon Young. 261 average, 8 homers, 31 RBI in 2019. Both runners are being held. See if anything's going on the base paths. The 10 says no. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-9 coming off of Bumgarner's card against a right-handed batter. And that's a swing and a miss, and the Giants will get out of the inning. 2 hits for the Phillies, but they will have nothing to show for it. Score is now Philadelphia 0, San Francisco coming to bat. Catch up with chat, see if there's much of anything going on there. There is not. Looks like we should be online. Just making sure of that as well. Starting pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies is Cliff Lee. 14-8 with a 2.87 ERA and 31 starts. 223 innings pitched, 193 hits, 32 walks, 222 strikeouts, and 22 homers allowed in 2013. And while the Phillies get loose in the field, we'll take our first look at the Giants' starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Andres Torres in center field, Marco Scutaro at second base, Pablo Sandoval is at third base, Buster Posey's catching, Hunter Pence is in right field. Here's the change, Jeff Francoeur is in left field. As played, Francisco Peguero would be in left field, but Strat didn't have him carded. Brandon Crawford is at shortstop. Brandon Belt is at first base. And Madison Bumgarner, of course, the starting pitcher. And in case you're wondering how the pitchers in Strat have, some pitchers have their own batting cards, it looks like they came with the extra players when I picked them up for 2013. 2007, which is the other season I currently have in Strat, had a few for them as well. Leading off the bottom of the first for the Giants, we've got Andres Torres. 250 average, 2 homers, 21 RBI in 2013. Wow, I was about to say 2019 there for some reason. Lee will get the sign from who's his catcher, from Kratz. He will set. Let's also adjust the pegs on my various trackers. There we are. And here's the pitch. Oop. Got a couple of dice stuck in there. There we go. All right, Torres is going to lead off with a 3-8 against a lefty. And that's going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Rollins. He'll make the play easily, and that's out number 1. Stepping into the batter's box now is Marco Scutaro. 297 average, 2 homers, 31 RBI in 2013. Lee will look in to Kratz for the sign. He will set, and here's me dropping a die, but now here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-6 against a lefty, and that's ball 4 as a slider misses the zone, and Scutaro finds himself on with a 1-out walk. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Pablo Sandoval. 278 average, 14 homers, 79 RBI in 2013. See if there's anything happening on the base path. The 10 says no. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-7 against a switch right, 4-7. That'll be a swing and a miss, and Sandoval will strike out. Got to update my score sheet. Sandoval's down on strikes, and now here's Buster Posey stepping into the batter's box. 294 average, 15 homers, 72 RBI in 2013. The Phillies are not going to hold Scutaro at the base. At first base, nothing happening on the base paths. 2 outs in the inning. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 4-11, which is coming off of Lee's card against a righty, and that's a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Brown. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the walk for the Giants, and we are scoreless after 1. Hope all of you are having a wonderful Saturday morning, and thank you for stopping by to spend a little bit of time with me as I continue to fumble my way through Strat-O-Matic Baseball. Let me stop in and check in with chat. Everything quiet there. Leading off the top of the second for the Phillies. Let's adjust this as well. Now leading off the top of the second for the Phillies, we've got Dominic Brown. 272 average, 27 homers, 83 RBI in 2013. Bumgarner will look in to Posey for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 2-12 against the left-handed pitcher. 2-12 is going to be a line drive right to second base. Scutaro will put his glove up in self-defense. The ball will slam into it for out number 1. Stepping into the batter's box now is John Mayberry. 227 average, 11 homers, 39 RBI in 2013. Bumgarner gets the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. And the D20 went falling on me, so bear with me while I track it down. Found it. Sorry about that. Now we've got a 5-6 that we're looking at. 5 against a right-handed batter. 5-6 is a fly ball into right field. Coming under that one is going to be Pence. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. Two outs, and here's Eric Kratz. 213 average, 9 homers, 26 RBI in 2013. Bumgarner gets a sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. We'll go with a 5-5 against a right-handed batter, 5-5, and that's ball 4. Bumgarner loses control of a slider, and Kratz will find himself on with a 2-out walk. And here's Cliff Lee, 183 average and 6 RBI in 2013. Apparently not bad batting stats. Giants are not going to hold Kratz at first base. Not a threat to do much on the base paths, and the 17 makes sure of that. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6 against a left-handed batter. 4-6, swing and a miss, struck him out, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Bumgarner. Nothing across except for the walk. And we're going to be set here for the bottom of the second. Leading off the bottom of the fifth, or bottom of the second, I should say. Wow. Hunter Pence. Let me take a look at his stats for 2013. 283 average, 27 homers, 99 RBI in 2013. Catching up with chat real quick. Replay Dugout, first to join us here at Oracle Park. Thanks for the kind words on the Dice Tower. It's actually been my main Dice Tower since I got into tabletop gaming. So maybe at the next, if you're interested, I actually ordered it off Amazon. I forget what brand it is, but as long as, if you want to look it up, as long as you've got the picture there, you'll be able to find it on Amazon easily enough. So, tabbing back over to Digital Diamond, I'll see you back in the top of the third. Because that's what I do with these baseball games. That's what I've been doing with these baseball games lately. I'm not ignoring chat. I'm only coming to it every half inning. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring chat during these baseball games. Anywho, Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee will give us a 2-8, which will be coming off of Pence's card. And that's going to be a double. Pence will smack that one into center field. And he'll be on with a leadoff double. We'll see if the Giants can do something with that. Stepping into the batter's box now is Jeff Francoeur. This was our change from the as-played lineups. 204 average, 3 homers, 17 RBI in 2013. Pence is going to be held. Not that he's doing much anyway on the base paths. Can't get the jump there. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee with a 3-6 against the left-handed batter. Francoeur's going to swing through the high heat for strike 3, and that's out number 1. The infield wouldn't be back with first base open. Here's Brandon Crawford stepping into the batter's box. 248 average, 9 homers, 43 RBI in 2013. Pence still being held. And the 2, I gotta remember what a 2 is here. 2, I believe, is a possibility of a balk. So we need the pitcher's balk rating, and that's on a D20. Lee's balk rating is I'm trying to remember what that is. I believe his balk rating is a 3. Got to remember where the balk rating is. At the top of the advanced side of his card. Oh, balk is a 0, so Lee doesn't balk. Never mind. Crawford waits for the pitch from Lee. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. Lee will turn to look at Pence at second. Oracle Park fans hoping for a good hit. Lee will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-5 against a left-handed batter. 5-5. 1-4 is a triple. Otherwise, that's a base hit with 2-runner advancement. So Pence will come in to score, I believe. Let's go 1B star star. Oop. 1B star star. Does it say where it was hit? No, not off the pitcher card. So that should be a 1B star star, which should end up with Pence scoring. Yep. So Pence will score. Once I get him off the base paths, it is now 1-0 in favor of the Giants. Stadium cheers. Yay! Infield will go to double play depth as stepping into the batter's box is Brandon Belt. 289 average, 17 homers, 67 RBI in 2013. Check to see if anything's happening on the base paths, and it is not on a 6. Lee will turn and concentrate on Belt. Infield is at double play depth. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. With a 3-4 against the left-handed pitcher, that's a home run on a 1-13. Right. Yep, 3-4. Just making sure. Against the left-handed pitcher, that's a home run on a 1-13. The D20 is a 14, so Belt is still going to end up with a triple. Scoring all the way from first will be Crawford. And just like that, the Giants will have a 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Madison Bumgarner, 107 average and 4 RBI in 2013. His pitcher hitting card is, of course, pretty horrendous. Anything on the base paths, nothing happening there. The infield will play in. They don't want Belt. Actually, they're going to play in, even though they don't expect much of anything from Bumgarner here. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. With a 4-10 against a right-handed batter. 4-10 is going to be a fly ball into center field, but there's an X, so there's a possible range play here. Center fielder, let me find my outfielder range chart. All right, center fielder for the Giants, or not for the Giants, for the Phillies is Mayberry. In center field, he's a 4E2, so we need the 4 first. Actually, I'm just going to roll all of these dice. So, range of 4. On a 19, says he is going to get to that one. And the 7 on an E2. No error there, so he will make the catch for out number 2. Now I need to see about there being a possible sacrifice fly. I believe any fly ball would be just enough to score the runner, I would think. So fly X. Let's see. Fly ball X. That's still not telling me about a sacrifice fly, but I'm pretty sure okay, so at the base runner's run rating, base runner's Belt, his running is a 1-13. Left fielder, or center fielder, I believe that was I just had him. Center fielder was Mayberry, is a +1 arm. So a 1-14, he will score on a D20. And that's a 5, he will score. So that's going to be an F8, R3+. And the Giants will take a 3-0 lead on Bumgarner's sacrifice fly. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Torres. Torres today is 0 for 1. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee with a 3-7 against the left-handed pitcher. That's a single on a 1-8. That's a 17 on the D20. Ball is going to be lined to third base. Young will put his glove up in self-defense as the ball slams into it, and that will retire the side. 3 runs on 3 hits and a sacrifice fly. Score is now 3-0 San Francisco after 2. Just catch up with chat real quick. Something in particular. I'm always happy to see people interacting with chat, but there's something. But there's funny why probably. Oh, so the stadium cheers. There are a few different reactions that you'll probably see in this game replay. So bear with me. You'll probably get a range of them. Stepping into the batter's box now is Jimmy Rollins. Rollins got a single his first time up, and I make no bones about adding some of the reactions of the stadium from RJL. RJL Network does a great job with inside pitch. Anyway, enough rambling on that front. Bumgarner will look into Posey for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. Bumgarner with a 5-6 against a switch right. 5-6. It's going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one for the Giants is going to be Pence. He'll make the play, and that's out number 1. I should also mention that you might be hearing some typing. I'm getting the feel for Digital Diamond on my laptop. So I'm still very much getting some reps in with that, which is part of why I'm still doing all this baseball testing. Here's Utley. Utley today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. How about a 6-3 against a left-handed batter? That's going to be a fly ball, this time into left field. Ranging to his left for that one is going to be Frank Kerr. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. And now we've got Young in the batter's box. Young today is 0 for 1. Bumgarner starting to settle in. He's got a 3-0 lead to work with. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and he will pitch. That's a 4-10 against a right-handed batter. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Young will strike out will swing over top of a curveball, and that will end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies in the top of the 3rd. You have a great weekend as well, Replay Dugout. Thanks for stopping by this morning. And I'll see you guys back after the end of the top of the 4th. Leading off the bottom of the 3rd, though, we've got Scutaro. Scutaro today reached on a walk his first time up. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee with a 6-4 against a right-handed batter. And that's going to be a ground ball over to short, but that's a range play. Shortstop, just looking for my error chart. Here we are. Shortstop is Rollins. He's a 2E12. The 14 says he will get to that one. The 11 on an E12 says he won't make an error, so he'll make the play on that one, and that will be out number 1. Next up is Sandoval. Sandoval today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee with a 4-6 against a switch right, and Sandoval is going to get fooled by a changeup, and that will be out number 2. And here's Posey. Posey today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Lee looking in at Kratz for the sign. Oracle Park, happy with what they see with a 3-0 lead. Lee will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 1-8 against the left-handed pitcher. That's a single on a 1-16. The D20 is a 10, and Posey will reach with a 2-out single. And here's Pence. Pence today is 1 for 1 with a double. They're not going to hold Posey at first. See if anything's happening on the base paths. The 8 says no. Lee gets a sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 5-6 against a right-handed batter. That's a triple on a 1. That's a 3. So that'll be a base hit with should be 2-base advance. Go 1B star star. So I'm expecting Posey to end up at 3rd, Pence to end up at 1st, and we're looking at runners at the corners. Perfect. So we're looking at runners at the corners with 2 outs, and here's Frank Kerr. Frank Kerr today is 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Anything happening on the base paths? The 15 says no. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. Oracle Park on their feet, hoping for a good hit. Frank Kerr will wait for the pitch. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. Lee will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 3-10 against the lefty. That's going to be a ground ball over to second base. Picking that one up is going to be Utley. He'll make the play, and that will retire the side. 2 hits, but the Giants can't do anything with it. Score is still 3-0 San Francisco after 3. All quiet on chat. Heading into the top of the 4th. Stepping into the batter's box for the Phillies now is Ryan Howard. Howard got a single his first time up. Bumgarner will look in to Posey for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That's going to be a 6-9 against a left-handed batter, and that's going to be a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Bumgarner been working that outside corner with the curveball, and there's 1 away in the inning. Stepping into the batter's box next is Young. Young struck out his first time up. 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That's a 5-3 against a right-handed batter, and that's going to be a ground ball to first base, but on a possible range play. So it's grounded over to first. First baseman for the Giants is Belt. He is a 2E10. The 20 says he'll get to that one easily. A 17 on the 10, on a 2E10. Says he's going to make an error on that one, and that's going to be a 1-base error. Young will be safe. That's the first error on the Giants. Infield at double play depth, and here's Brown. Brown today is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Anything on the base paths? 15 says no. Bumgarner gets a sign from Posey. Oracle Park hoping for a good pitch. Bumgarner will set, and here's the pitch. That'll be a 4-4 against the left-handed batter. 4-4. It's going to be a fly ball into center field, but it's a range play. It's another range and error check. Let me find my right sheet here. Here we are. All right, that was into left field. The left fielder for the Giants is Frank Kerr. Frank Kerr is a 2E5. 17 says he will get to that one on the E5. Wait, right? So we established, okay, 2E5. So 2, he will get to that one. And the 14 on an E5 says there'll be no problem there. So he'll make the catch for out number 2. Two outs, and here's Mayberry. Mayberry today is 0 for 1. Anything happening on the base paths? 4 says no. Bumgarner gets a sign from Posey. He will set, and he will pitch. Now he will pitch. With a 3-9 against the left-handed batter. And that ball, and the Phillies are going to cut the lead to within 1 with a boom! That ball is hit high. That ball is hit deep. That ball is gone. Home run, John Mayberry. And the home run comes back to haunt the Giants as the Phillies have now cut the lead to 3-2. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Kratz. Kratz today reached on a walk his first time up. Bumgarner's got to have instant amnesia from that. He gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. With a 3-4 against the left-handed batter, that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Getting out of the inning is going to be Sandoval. He'll make the play over to first, and that will retire the side. 2 runs, a hit, and an error, including a 2-run shot by John Mayberry. Score is now 3-2 Giants as we get ready for the bottom of the 4th. Let me make sure Digital Diamond is all caught up. And I'll catch up with chat while I'll quiet there. Leading off the bottom of the 4th is Crawford. Crawford today is 1-for-1 with a single. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 3-8 against the left-handed batter. And that's going to be a base hit into center field. Crawford leading off the inning with a single. He'll smack that one and get it out of the infield. Infield will go to double play depth. And here's Belt. Belt today is 1-for-1 with a triple. And he scored on Bumgarner's sacrifice fly. Anything happening on the base paths? Ken says no, the Phillies aren't going to hold Crawford. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8 against a left-handed batter. 4-8 is going to be a swing and a miss, and Lee's going to strike Belt out. One out in the inning, and here's Bumgarner. Bumgarner today... Bumgarner has a sacrifice fly that scored the 3rd Giants run of the day. The infield... I've actually never done a bunt before. I'm wondering if the infield... Let me look up how you do a bunt, because honestly you probably would bunt here with Bumgarner on. So let's see if there's anything in here about a bunt. Each batter has an individual bunt rating. Okay, so that's probably... Okay, so that's based on... Okay, so yeah, I think the infield would play the corners in, expecting the bunt. Refer to the next letter on the chart. The single die. So roll all 3 dice. Okay. Okay, this makes sense. So Bumgarner is actually now a C. It's now going to be a C bunt. Roll to see if there's anything happening on the base path. 16 says no. So Lee will get the sign from Kratz as Bumgarner will get ready to lay down the bunt. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 4-10. So 4... Hold on. Single die determines the fielder. So that's going to be bunted to the first baseman with the corners in. And then the 10 says it's going to be popped out, and the batter pops out, runner holds. So Bumgarner tries to lay down the bunt, but it doesn't work out for them. 2 outs in the inning. And here's Torres. Torres today is 0-for-2. Anything happening on the base paths? 15 says no. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-3 against the left-handed pitcher, and that's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Utley. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single, and the Phillies get closer. Score will be 3-2 Giants after 4. Once I get everything set here, I'll go ahead and catch up with chat. Everything seems to be pretty quiet. Leading off the top of the 5th, We finish updating that. Leading off the top of the fifth, we've got Cliff Lee. Lee struck out his first time up. Bumgarner will get the sign from Posey. Oracle Park suddenly nervous. Giants had a 3-0 lead at the start of the fourth. Now the Phillies are within 1. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. 3-7 is going to come off of Lee against the left-handed pitcher, and that'll be a swing and a miss. Lee will strike out again for out number 1. And here's Rollins. Rollins today is 1 for 2 with a single. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be a 1-7 against the left-handed pitcher, and that's a base hit into center field. Rollins will reach with a 1-out single. Stepping into the batter's box now is Utley. Utley today is 0 for 2. The infield is going to hold Rollins at first. See if anything's happening on the base paths. That's a 2, so a possible balk, but Bumgarner doesn't balk. Let me double check how steals work, because I'm wondering if they might try to send Rollins here. Combine the catcher's arm with the pitcher's hold rating. So his hold rating is... Let's see. Hold rating is a -3. Posey is a 0 arm, which means Rollins would be safe. Rollins has to roll to see if he can get the jump, though. Let's see. Who steal often have an asterisk. Okay, so we got to roll a 2d6 to see if he gets the jump. So let's see if Rollins can get the jump. He does not get the jump. He's going to stay put. Bumgarner will get the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 3-2. 3-2, and Utley's going to get drilled by the pitch, and suddenly the go-ahead run is on base with 1 out. Here's Young. The infield would have been at double play depth if I was paying attention. Go ahead and make sure that gets caught up. Young today is 0 for 1. We'll see if anything's happening on the base paths. 9 says no. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. Stadium suddenly very nervous. Phillies are threatening. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-7 against the left-handed batter. And that's a ground ball over to short, and the Giants should get out of the inning. That's going to be a 6-4. That should be a 6-4-3 double play. And the side, let me just double check that. But yes, the side is retired. Nothing across except this hit batter for the Phillies as we now get ready for the bottom of the fifth. Stadium cheers at the double play. Yay! Catching up with chat. Okay. Leading off the bottom of the fifth, we've got Scutaro. Scutaro today is 0 for 1 with a walk. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee with a 6-2 against the right-handed batter, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. Scutaro leading off the inning with a single. Infield will go to double play depth as Digital Diamond catches up. And here's Sandoval. Sandoval today is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. They're not going to hold Scutaro. He's not really much of a threat to do anything on the base pass. That's a 2 though, but Lee doesn't balk. Scutaro not going to try to get the jump here. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 1-7. which is going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Rollins. Rollins will fire that over to Utley at second. Utley will flip that over to Howard at first, and that will be a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs in the inning. Stadium groans. Ugh. Sandoval hits right into the 6-4-3 twin killing, and here's Posey. Posey today is 1 for 2 with a single. Suddenly, we've got a real gem brewing here, folks. Lee will look into Kratz for the sign. He will set. Posey waits for the pitch. The infield would not be at double play depth right now. Let's adjust that. Posey will set. Lee will wind up. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-7 against a right-handed batter. That's a ground ball over to second, but it's an X chance. So let me find here we go. Second baseman is Utley. He's a 2E23. All right, a 2 on a 13 is going to be grounded right to him. E13, E23. For second base, 23. That's a 12, so there's not going to be an error on the play. Young will get to that one, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants in the bottom of the 5th. Score remains 3-2 San Francisco after 5. Heading into the top of the 6th, we've got Howard stepping into the batter's box. Howard today is 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. All quiet there, just checking in with chat real quick. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-5 against the left-handed pitcher. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Bumgarner has been working that corner all morning, and he gets Howard over there. That is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th strikeout for Bumgarner today. 1 out in the inning, and here's Delmont Young. Young today is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and he reached on an error. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. Bumgarner with a 6-6 against a right-handed batter. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that one at short is Crawford. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. Brown now stepping into the batter's box. Brown today is 0 for 2. Bumgarner gets a sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-8 against a left-handed batter, 6-8. That would be a single on a 1-5. The D20 is an 8. Instead, it's going to be a ground ball over to first. Getting to that one is Belt. He'll take that to the bag himself, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Phillies in the top of the 6th. Catching up with chat real quick. All remains quiet there. Once again, thank you guys for stopping by and spending part of your Saturday morning with me. Lee finishes up his warm-up tosses as Pence will step into the batter's box to lead off the bottom of the 6th. Pence is 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Lee gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-8 against a right-handed batter. 5-8 is a ground ball over to short. Rollins will get that one easily. He'll fire it over to first for out number 1. Oop, didn't mean to jar the camera there. Here's Frank Kerr. Frank Kerr today is 0 for 2. Lee gets the sign once again from Kratz. Oracle Park, happy with what they're seeing. Their Giants lead, and it's been a great game so far. Lee will wind up, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-6 against a right-handed batter. That would be a triple on a 1. The D20 is a 7, so instead it's just a base hit. And Frank Kerr reaches with a 1-out single. Infield will go to double play depth. And here's Crawford stepping into the batter's box. Crawford today is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Frank Kerr is not going to be held. Nothing happening on the base paths. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. Lee with a 4-5 against the left-handed batter. 4-5. That's a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Brown. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. And now Belt stepping into the batter's box. Belt today is 1 for 2 with a triple. And he scored what right now would be the game-winning run on the sacrifice fly. See if anything's happening on the base paths. Once again, Frank Kerr not going to be held. 6 says no. Belt will get the sign Belt will wait for the pitch. Lee will get the sign from Kratz. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 6-10 against a left-handed batter. 6-10 is going to be a ground ball over to third, but it's an X chance. Third baseman for the Phillies is Young. He's a 4E16. 7 on column 4. Says G3 £sign. I gotta see what the pound part... If the symbol is followed, then the following 2 situations should use SI2 in place of the original. This infielder is positioned in. He's not. Okay, so what did we say? That's a 7, so he will get to it. And he's an E16 at third base. He's an E16. That's a 15 total. But I don't think there's an error on this one. E16 on a 15. Nope. No error on that one. So, we had a ground ball to third. Now I got to remember what the original play was. I think it was like a 4. I should probably have jotted this down before. But, let's see. It was a ground ball. It was a ground ball to third base X. That's the only thing I remember from it. I don't know if there was a chance of a double play with it. He's a left, so it would have been in... Doesn't look like the X chances usually come with double plays, so I'm just going to rule that the infield... I was checking third base, so... Bear with me while I figure this out, while I remember what happened. I kind of brain froze on this one. I think it must have been a 6-10. That's the only one I see with a third base with an X chance. So it looks like they're just going to take the fielder's choice. The throw will go to second. Actually, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because there are 2 outs in the inning. So I just wasted all that time for nothing. Side is retired. Nothing across except for the single. Remains 3-2 Giants after 6. Sorry about the brain freeze, folks. It happens on occasion, though. Getting ready for the top of the 7th. I'll catch up with chat real quick. Doug Hunt joins us now at Oracle Park. You're just in time to see quite a great game brewing, Doug. Hopefully you didn't see too much of that brain freeze that I had about it being the last out in the bottom of the 6th. But we are set for the top of the 7th now. Stepping into the batter's box is John Mayberry. We are going to get some activity in the Phillies bullpen as both Lee and Bumgarner are now in their point of weakness innings. So let's see who I want to get warming up for the Phillies first. We are going to get activity for both of them in. The Phillies are going to get... Let's see, the Giants would have switch right. So they're going to get Luis Garcia warming up in Actually, let me make sure he is even in the bullpen for the Phillies today. Let's see, bullpen. He is... I'm looking at the wrong team, of course. It would help if I go to the right team. Over to the Phillies. Let's try this again, shall we? Here we go. Now we're looking at the Phillies bullpen. Yep, Luis Garcia is in the bullpen, so he's going to start getting loose for the Phillies, and we'll also get some activity in the Giants bullpen while we're at it. So starting to warm up for the Giants is going to be... They're going to get George Contos warming up in the Giants bullpen. Let me make sure he's available for the Giants. Because, of course, the strat cards don't have the date ranges that the players were available. So, yep, there's George Contos. Okay. That is one thing I like about Payoff Pitch, other than the cards with Payoff Pitch being very high quality. Is they actually have, for the most part, they actually have the date ranges with the cards as well. I'm actually going to get my spin downs out as well so I can track the number of strikes for each player, essentially. For the point of weakness, Put one there, and one there. Okay. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-10 against a right-handed batter. A 6-10. It's going to be a ground ball over to short. Crawford will get to that one. He'll fire that over to first, and that's out number one. Stepping into the batter's box now is Kratz. Kratz today is 0 for 1 with a walk. Bumgarner looks into Posey for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 6-6 against a right-handed batter. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting to that one is going to be popped up to short. Getting to that one once again is going to be Crawford. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Lee is going to come out of the game. The Phillies are going to go to the bench. Coming in to pinch hit for the Phillies is going to be... Let's see if he's available. Yep. Coming in to pinch hit for the Phillies is going to be Cesar Hernandez. 289 average, no homers, 10 RBI in 2013. All right, so... Just making a note on my score sheet. Bumgarner will look into Posey for the sign. He will set... And here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8 against a switch right. 4-8, and that's going to be ball 4. Hernandez works a 2-out walk out of the at-bat. Here we go. And here's Rollins. Rollins today is 0 for 3. Actually, Rollins is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Infield, not going to hold Hernandez. Nothing happening on the base paths on the 6 anyway. Hernandez not going anywhere. Bumgarner gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 6-6 against a switch right. That's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting to that one once again is going to be Crawford. Crawford will make all 3 putouts to retire the side. Nothing across except for the walk. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. As usual, I won't torture you guys with my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. I will, however, be right back after I catch up with chat. There will probably be a stream tomorrow afternoon. My Sunday group isn't getting together this week. I haven't decided what that will be yet, though. But one stream that I know is happening for sure this coming week is on Monday night. I'm not sure I've announced this yet on the channel, but I am going to be doing a 1972 NFL season replay using Momentum Football as the main game for that. I'll be using Ultra Quick Football by Downey Games as my ticker for that. On Monday's stream, we're going to have what I call the demo game for Momentum Football, as we replay Super Bowl VII at the LA Memorial Coliseum between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins. That will be Monday night at 7 o'clock. I chose the 1972 season, A, for its historical significance as the only team to have a completely undefeated record, and B, when I did ticker testing on Momentum Football earlier this month, it was the 1972 ticker I prepared, so I figured since I had that ticker ready to go already, I would just use it for this first NFL season replay project. Bottom of the 7th now. We need to get a pitcher for the Phillies. So let's get our aforementioned. We'll get Luis Garcia in to pitch. 1-1 with a 3.73 ERA. 31 innings pitched, 27 hits, 23 walks, 23 strikeouts, and 3 homers in 2013. Right, he will come in to pitch. And we're also most likely going to see a pinch hitter for Madison Bumgarner, who's also going to come out of the game. Lee is on the hook for the loss. Bumgarner leaves with the win. So let's see who we want to bring in to pinch hit for Bumgarner. Why do I have 2 Jeff Frank Kirk cards? I don't think that's a question for me to worry about now. What is a question for me to worry about now, though, is coming in to pinch hit for the Giants. Let's see, is he available? He is not. No. Here we go. Actually, he was available. Yeah, the original pinch hitter I wanted is available. I just didn't find him. Coming in to pinch hit for the Giants is going to be Joaquin Arias. 271 average, 1 homer, 19 RBI in 2013. Garcia will look into Kratz for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-10 against a right-handed pitcher. Right to 2-10. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Utley will pick that one up. He'll fire it over after I update my score sheet. Okay, where was I? Oh, yes. A 2-10 against a right-handed pitcher was a ground ball to second. Utley grabbing that one. He'll fire it over to first for out number 1. I forgot to adjust all of that because I needed to step away for the 7th inning stretch. We'll do that after moving the scoreboard back, or the field back into position. And now we'll get a pair of generic pitcher hitting cards for both of our pitchers. Stepping into the batter's box now is Torres. Torres today is 0 for 3. Timeout, though, while I get the aforementioned pitcher hitting cards. Let's see. Garcia hits off of pitcher hitting card 1, as does Contos. Okay. All right, now that we've got that sorted out, Torres waits for the pitch from Garcia. Garcia gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 2-5. 2-5 against a righty. That's going to be a double on the 1-6. The 7 is just going to be too high. Instead, he's going to lift that one into right field. Coming under that one is going to be Young. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. Stadium groans. Ugh. Giants wanted a little bit more insurance. Here's Scutaro. Scutaro today is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Garcia gets the sign from Kratz. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 2-8 against a right-handed pitcher, and that's going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Mayberry. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Giants in the bottom of the 7th. Score is still 3-2 San Francisco after 7. Catching up with chat real quick. Yes, I know you're yelling at me, Digital Diamond, because the Giants need a new pitcher. Coming in to pitch for the Giants will be George Cantos. 2-2 with a 4.39 ERA. 55 innings pitched, 60 hits, 18 walks, 47 strikeouts, and 7 homers in 2013. Leading off the top of the 8th for the Phillies, we've got Chase Utley. Utley today is 0 for 2. He's reached on a hit by pitch. Cantos gets the sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. Cantos with a 5-6 against the left-handed batter. 5-6, and that's going to be ball 4. Cantos loses control of a changeup, and that's ball 4 as Utley trots to first. Infield will move to double play depth, and here's Young. Young today is 0 for 4. He's 0 for 3. He's hit into a double play. Anything happening on the base paths? The 1, there was something happening with the 1, but I don't remember what. He may be picked off, so we refer to the second steal success rating. So that's a 6 for Utley, and he is going to be picked off. I believe less than or equal to. If the number ruled is less than or equal to, okay, so he's not. So he's not picked off. So never mind. So never mind the excitement I got there. He's just barely safe. Fingertips getting to the bag before the tag. But Utley will not get the lead. Cantos gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-8 against a right-handed pitcher. 3-8. That's going to be a base hit, and Utley's going to end up at third. And all of a sudden, Oracle Park is now very nervous. Here's Howard. Howard today is 1 for 3 with a single and a strikeout. The infield has got to play in to try to keep this game right where it is. Anything happening on the base paths? That's a 2 with a possible balk, but Cantos doesn't balk either. Cantos gets the sign from Posey. Cantos is having a lot of trouble here. Cantos will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 5-3 against the left-handed batter. 5-3. And Cantos proceeds to give up the lead with a boom! That ball is hit high. Deep. Gone. Home run, Ryan Howard. Score is now 5-3 in favor of the Phillies. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Young. Young today is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error, and I'm sure ID Jester now joining us at Oracle Park just in time to watch the Giants give up the lead to the Phillies with a 3-run bomb. And the Phillies have now scored 5 unanswered runs. We're going to be getting another pitcher warming up for the Giants as Jake Dunning now is going to start warming up. Clearly, Contos doesn't have it today. Contos will get the sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 5-7 against a right-handed batter. 5-7, that's going to be a swing and a miss. Young will strike out. Stepping into the batter's box now is Brown. Brown today is 0 for 3. How huge was Utley being able to get back and survive that pickoff play now? Contos gets the sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. And another die goes flying on me. And of course that's my column die, naturally. That is a 5-3 against a left-handed batter. And Brown's going to do it again with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Dominic Brown. As the score is now 6-3 in favor of the Phillies. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's John Mayberry. Mayberry today is 1 for 3 with a homer, and the Giants have seen more than enough of Contos today. They're going to go back to the bullpen. And you roll a d6. 1 to 3 is a balk. 4 to 6 pass ball. As you can probably see, Jester, it's been a while since I've played Strat. But anyway, coming into pitch now for the Giants. Once we decide to cooperate. Coming into pitch for the Giants is Jake Dunning. 0-2 with a 2.84 ERA. 25 innings pitched, 20 hits, 11 walks, 16 strikeouts, and 2 homers in 2013. Dunning will already be the 3rd Giants pitcher after Bumgarner pitched quite a good game and Contos proceeded to blow it. Dunning will get the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-4 against a right-handed batter. 4-4 is going to be a ground ball over to short, but it's an X play. Let's see, here we go. Shortstop is... All right, so let me just make a note of that. So this is a 4-4 in case I need to reference the play again. Shortstop for the Giants is Crawford. He's a 2E18. The 5 says he will get to that. And on an 18 error rating, the 17 says there's going to be a 2-base error on that one, which I believe is what the E2... Let's see, so that was a G... Sorry, bear with me. All right. 2E18. So 2 on column 5 was a G3. 18... it looks like batter to second, so that's going to go down as an E6. That should be an E6. How do we enter a multiple base error in Digital Diamond? Let's see. Error. So that should be E6. So what I'm trying to get to is an E6. I should end up with an E6 Mayberry at second. That's what I'm trying to get to here. Let's see. So probably E. So we're going to go with E6. Runner must be on first, but there's not. So that's an E6 G hard, GB, maybe star star. Is that what like I said, what I'm trying to end up with here. Nope, that's not what I wanted to end up with. I'm trying to end up with an error and Mayberry at. I'm trying to end up with a 2-base error, Mayberry at second. All right, so let's try an E6 R2. I think that would indicate a runner advancing. Let's try an E6 R2. Nope, I still end up with Mayberry at first. Maybe the way I do that is, I think I may have to do runner advance R1. I think I may have to do a separate runner advance R1. Let's try that. No, that's... Runner advances R1. Okay, so looks like I had to enter it as 2 separate commands. So I had to enter the error first, and then put in another command for the runner advance. So we end up with where I wanted to be. So Kratz will step into the batter's box now that we've got that sorted out. Kratz today is 0 for 2 with a walk. Yeah, you can. I'm curious to see if there's an easier way to do that, Jester, but the way I entered it, I entered the throwing error, I entered the error first and then put in a separate runner advance command. That's how I got to where I wanted to be. Let's see if anything happens on the base paths. That's a 16, nothing happening there. Dunning will look into Kratz for the sign. Oracle Park is not happy with what they see now. Dunning will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-11 against a right-handed batter. 3-11. And that's going to be ball 4. Kratz will end up with a... will end up on. Garcia's going to come out of the game. The Phillies are going to go back to the bench. The infield will go to double play depth as well. Coming into pinch hit for Garcia is going to be... somebody who hits righties well. Let's see if he is available. Kevin Franzen is going to come into pinch hit. 234 average, 5 homers, 26 RBI in 2013. We're going to get some more activity in the Phillies bullpen as... let me make sure he's available. Before I start him warming up. He is. So with the Phillies are going to start getting Mike Adams warming up in the bullpen. We'll see if anything's happening on the base paths for the Giants. The 6 says no. Mayberry is going to stay put. Dunning will get the sign from Posey. Oracle Park, hoping for a good pitch. Phillies are threatening. Dunning will set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out. Eighth, Kevin Franzen. And that was a pinch hitter. Right. We'll do... that's a batting card. We'll do that. And here's Rollins. Rollins today is 2 for 4 with 2 singles. See if anything's happening on Strat. 12 says no. Dunning gets the sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-10 against a switch left. 4-10. It's going to be a swing and a miss. Struck him out and the inning is over. The Phillies send 9 to the plate. Get 4 runs on 3 hits, 2 walks, and 2 bombs. And the score is now 6-3 Philadelphia as we head into the bottom of the 8th. Phillies need a new pitcher. Yes, Digital Diamond, I know you're yelling at me. The Phillies are going to get their new pitcher, as coming in to pitch for the Phillies is going to be Mike Adams, who we started warming up last inning. Mike Adams, 1-4 with a 3.96 ERA, 25 innings pitched, 23 hits, 11 walks, 23 strikeouts, and 5 homers in 2013. Leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Giants is going to be Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval today has been quiet. He's 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts, and grounded into a double play. Thought we had that sorted out. Catch up with number of asterisks determines the number of bases advanced. If you omit the asterisks, runners advance 1 base. So if I would have put in an E6 star star or E6 star star, I would have ended up with a 2-base error. Then is what I'm understanding from that. While we get that sorted out, Adams will get the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-4 against a right-handed batter. That's going to be a ground ball to third, but it's an X chance. All right, let's do this. I've been horrible about noting my pitchers. 4-4. That's a ground ball to third on an X chance. Third baseman is Young. He's a 4E16. Stop dropping the die. All right, 15 on a 4. Says he's going to get to that one. And a 16, E16 with an 8. Says there's going to be no problem there. So it's going to be a ground ball over to third. Young will fire that over to first, and that will be out number 1. Posey stepping into the batter's box next. Posey today having a quiet day as well. He is 1 for 3 with a single. Adams gets the sign from Kratz. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 4-7 against a right-handed batter, and that's ball 4. Posey will reach on a 1-out walk. The infield will move to double play depth, and here's Pence stepping into the batter's box. Pence today is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Anything going on the base paths? 14 says no. Adams looking into Kratz for the sign. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That's going to be a 4-8 against a right-handed batter, and that's going to be ball 4. And all of a sudden, the Giants now have something going on as the tying run is on its way to the plate. And stepping into the batter's box is Frank Kerr with a chance to do some damage. Frank Kerr today is 1 for 3 with a single. We'll see if anything's happening on strategy. The 20 says no. That would be, we'd be screaming on a 20 for a pickoff chance and inside pitch right now. Anywho, coming back to business. Adams looks into Kratz for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's a 3-10 against a right-handed pitcher. 3-10. It's going to be a ground ball over to short. Rollins will get to that one. He'll fire that to Utley at first, at short. Then he'll turn and flip it over to over to Howard at first. That will be a 6-4-3 double play. 2 outs. Posey will make third. Stadium barfs. Blah. At least I believe that's what we're going to... Oh, side retired. Okay, I forgot there was an out earlier in the inning on a range play. Nothing. So 2 walks, but the Giants can't do anything with it. Score is now 6-3 Phillies after 8. Silly me. We're going to get some activity in the Phillies bullpen as they want their closer warming up. Let's see, who is the Phillies closer in 2013? Ah, yes. The Phillies, once I find him, are going to get Jonathan Papelbon warming up. And leading off the top of the 9th for the Giants, or for the Phillies is going to be Chase Utley. Utley reached on a walk his first time up, and then he survived a pickoff roll. To end up being part of a 3-run homer. Dunning will get the sign from Dunning will get the sign from Posey. He will set. Let's adjust all of this as well. Oop, didn't mean to jar the camera there again. Let me take a quick look at that. I'll back that up just a touch. Okay. Dunning gets the sign from Posey. He will set, and here's the pitch. That's going to be a 1-9 against a right-handed pitcher. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and Utley will strike out this time. This time there will be no miraculous pickoff survival, as Utley will go down on strikes. And here's Young. Young today is 1 for 4 with a single. Dunning will get the sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. Dunning with a 3-9 against a right-handed pitcher. 3-9 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Frank Kerr. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 2. Howard now stepping into the batter's box with 2 outs. Howard today is 2 for 4 with a single and the 3-run homer that gave the Phillies the lead. Dunning will get the sign from Posey. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 4-11 against the left-handed batter. 4-11. It's going to be a base hit into center field. Howard reaches with a 2-out single. Young will step into the batter's box while Digital Diamond catches up. Young today is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, but he reached on an error. Anything happening on the base paths? The 18 says no. Dunning gets a sign from Posey. He will set. Here comes the pitch. Dunning with a 5-10 against a right-handed batter is going to be a fly ball into left field. Frank Kerr getting under that one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the single as we get ready for the bottom of the 9th. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Adams is going to come out of the game for the Phillies. Coming in to pitch and try to finish this game off is going to be Jonathan Papelbon once I get Digital Diamond caught up. There we are. Now I gotta wait for Digital Diamond to catch up. Okay. Jonathan Papelbon is in to pitch. 5-1 with a 2.92 ERA, 29 saves. 62 innings pitched, 59 hits, 11 walks, 57 strikeouts, and 6 homers in 2013. He is charged with the bottom of the Giants' order. Leading off the bottom of the 9th is Brandon Crawford. Crawford today is 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Papelbon gets the sign from Kratz. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 3-5 against a right-handed pitcher. And that would be that's a triple on a 1-3. The D20 is a 3, and Crawford is going to lead off the inning with a triple. The Giants are saying, hold on, guys. We are not dead yet. Stepping into the batter's box now is Belt. Belt today is 1 for 3 with a triple of his own. Giants are going to try to make a fight of this, it looks like, here in the bottom of the 9th. See if anything's happening on the base paths. 20 says no. Papelbon, the infield's going to play back. They want to try to get some outs to get out of this inning. Papelbon will get this. They've got a 3-run lead as well. Papelbon will get the sign from Kratz. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a 4-6 against the left-handed batter. 4-6. Swing and a miss. Belt's going to strike out, and that's the first out of the inning. Dunning is going to come out of the game. The Giants are going to go back to the bench. They'll get activity in the bullpen going in case if it looks like this is going to go any further than this. So they are going to pinch it for Dunning. Coming into pinch hit, they want somebody who hits righties decently well. They're going to go with... They're going to go with Angel Pagan coming into pinch hit. 282 average, 5 homers, 30 RBI in 2013. We'll see if anything's happening on the bases. The 10 says no. Papelbon trying to get around a leadoff triple. Papelbon will get the sign from Kratz. He will set. Here's the pitch. That's a 1-4 against a right-handed pitcher. That's going to be a ground ball over to short. Getting after that one is going to be Rollins. He'll make the play for out number 2. That was Angel. That was a B, so I don't think we should end up with Crawford advancing. So that's a G6B. Just double check that. Yep, Crawford stays put. And the last chance for the Giants is going to come down to Andres Torres. Torres today, once I get back over to my score sheet, Torres is 0 for 4. Probably not the guy you want up at the plate right now in a clutch situation. See if anything's happening on the base paths. That's a 1, and we need to check for a possible pickoff rating, possible pickoff roll. Crawford is a possible pickoff. Second success steal rating, that's a 3. So that's a 3, and we roll the D20. And I believe on a 9, Crawford's going to get picked off, and that should be the game. Refer to the runner's second steal success rating and roll again. If it's higher, the runner's picked off. So, yep. So Crawford on the leadoff triple is going to get picked off, and that should be your game. You just get that entered in Digital Diamond. No, actually, Jester, we're not going to have any 9th inning magic because the leadoff triple ended up going for naught because the leadoff runner just got picked off. And that is your game. Phillies are going to take this one by a final score of 6-3. Stadium groans. Ugh. Final line score, lightning quick with Digital Diamond. For the Phillies, 6 runs on 8 hits and no errors. For the Giants, 3 runs on 9 hits and 2 errors. What I'll need to go for, though, is making this game official so I can get the winning, losing, and save pitchers. I'm pretty sure Papelbon will end up with the save in this one, but I've got to figure out who the winning and losing pitchers actually are once I get back to the right date, because I think I played an earlier game as part of baseball testing for Strat. So this should be May 6th. Yep, looks like I did the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks earlier. All right. Oops, that's not what I want. Scorecard. Looks like this will not quite. Oh, looks like it does have a scorecard. I didn't realize that it had a that it did have a score sheet here of sorts. I should note. Anyway, here we go. Winning pitcher is going to be Luis Garcia. Taking the loss for the Giants will be... Where's Giants pitching? Oh, George Contos will take the loss. Mike Adams will end up with a hold, and Jonathan Papelbon will end up with a save. And I'm pretty sure, based on this game summary, Ryan Howard is going to be the player of the game. Let me see if I can get to that. Let's close out of this, see if I can get back to a day view. And I think we're going to have to back up for that one. One is a wild pitch. I only have pickoffs from the... Oh, when the... If the one... When rolling for a lead, also... Oh, looks like I have to roll along with it. So on the... If you're using the optional system for individual balks, wild pitches, and passed balls. Hang on a second, Doug. It might not be over yet. Pickoffs and balks. The only thing I'm seeing here is when you're using pickoffs... Wait a minute. Well, I'm looking at the pickoffs and balks section. When rolling for a lead... Oh, when rolling for a lead... Stealing, holding base runners. That's for basic. Page 13. Section 29's 1B and 1C. Oh, so that was actually a possible wild pitch. Okay, so it's actually not over yet, Doug, so let me see if I can get back into the game. It's probably too late now, though. So it looks like we may have had a possible wild pitch instead. But yeah, I think it looks like it's too late. Doesn't look like I can get back into the game, so it looks like it actually is. So it looks like that actually is the game on a slight error. So what I should have done instead is roll the D20 against Papelbon's wild pitch rating. So we'll pretend that we did. The D20 would have been against the wild pitch rating, which is 7, I believe, equal to or less. Wild pitch occurs, so Crawford would have advanced to base. But it's too late now. I've already closed out the game, so I can't get back into it. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured as soon as I was digging into it, that I couldn't get back into it. So, game ends on a pickoff. Phillies win 6-3. Nothing I can do there. I'll just have to remember that for the future. But that will do it for this playthrough of Strat-O-Matic Baseball. This one... I've been enjoying my plays of Strat, but... And I still probably need a little more practice with this one. It's a good thing that I'm not even looking at Strat. I've only got 2 seasons of Strat right now, and 1985 is not going to be in Strat anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. Strat is either going to be in season ticket or inside pitch, depending on what the final decision is going to be. There's a poll up on the channel if you guys haven't voted in that already. Go ahead and vote in that poll. My leanings right now and the content schedule all say season ticket. We'll see what the call is in November, what the final decision is in November, but like I said, we'll sit tight on that for the time being. Still plenty of busy stuff coming up on the channel. Later this afternoon, which is why I did this stream to begin with, Mystical Munchies will be out of the official Diablo cookbook with the entree, Necromancer's Broiled Fish. Tomorrow we're continuing the fall campaign in Astro Knights. Wednesday we're playing Age of Innovation from Fuhrland Spiel. Before we get to that point, however, Monday night we're going to be continuing out of the... We're actually going to be starting a new project on the channel soon in October, as we're starting a 1972 NFL season replay of Momentum Football. Before we get there, though, Monday will be the demo game of Momentum Football as we replay Super Bowl 7 between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Redskins for the 1972 NFL season. As I've talked about before, I'm going with 1972 because when I did ticker testing earlier this month, I had the 1972 ticker ready to go. So that's the only reason we're using 1972 as the season. Thank you for watching this video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.